Hey, hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm going to go over what I sold on eBay from June 9th, 2019 to June 15th, 2019. I'm also going to give you lots of tips and tricks and all sorts of other stuff. Let me explain who I am. I am Paul Apollonia. Been selling on eBay since 2001. Up there you can see in the background. Loving it. It's giving me a lot of freedom. I also do a lot of consignment on eBay for people. Consignment is not for everyone. It works for me. I charge 50% of the earnings up to $100, and it goes down from there on a sliding scale. The key with consignment is to find good clients that want to get rid of their stuff and have zero emotional attachment to what they're selling. Also, let me explain, eBay is a tad bit slow in the summertime, which I guess is normal. People are out on vacation. So I always have lots of things in the background I'm doing. I do a lot of side hustling and stuff to keep away from the 9 to 5 that I left forever ago. So let's get this show on the road. So this is stuff I sold from June 9th to June 15th. 2019. Speaking of consignment, here is a consignment item I sold for a great client that I've been working with for years and years and years. She is in the process of actually finally moving away down to the beach, I think, probably in the next year or so. Takes a while to get rid of a lot of stuff. She's in no real hurry, but she's a lot closer now than she was a couple years ago. A German Stein, obviously, as you can see from the description. I can make this a little bit bigger so you can see my ugly mug. I had very little description on this. Didn't really know what to put it as in the title. So what I did is I looked at a few other Steins were out there. These don't go for as much money as they used to go for. Back in the old days, Steins used to go for a lot of excuse me, get my morning coffee here. It's pretty early in the morning here in Raleigh, North Carolina. They used to go for a lot of money, but I think they're sort of tanking. So what I did was I looked at some other mugs. I could not find any mug like this. So I knew it was hopefully rare or not many of them out there. I listed it as, it's a ceramic mug, obviously. It's from Germany. She sews from Germany. It had Germany on the bottom of it. And I put what the, that was on the bottom is a West German mug, and I put whatever I saw on it. Elk, deer, deers, elks, whatever. There's a rabbit on it. See the rabbit on the corner there. So I took pictures of all the corners, all the sides. I am really, really anal with the pictures. There's a height. I try and do 12 pictures when I can. Most of the time I can't because it gets sort of redundant doing pictures over and over again, but I get all inside, outside, underneath. Let me shrink my ugly mug down a little bit so we can show you what I'm doing. This is basically what I do with all my items. So we'll go through the first one and I'll only go back to other items when I want to show you specific things. I always put something in when I'm selling it used in the specifics description, the condition description. Very short with my descriptions and everything, because remember, people are buying stuff on their smartphone. 80% of the sales on eBay are done on their smartphone. So people don't have time to read about grandma got this mug in Germany and grandpa drank out of it for 45 years. And they don't want to hear that. If you want to put that in there, put it down below everything else. Most of your description is searchable by Google, so remember that. And also, let me go back up to the title. Don't worry about grammar in your titles. Make it keyword driven, like I did with the rabbit, elk, hare, deer, whatever. Guess I could have put tree in there too, and I could have gotten even more carried away with it. And I come down here. Let me show you one other thing I do with my shipping. Now, this may cause me some sales. I don't know. I do a global shipping program on all my shipping, which means any international shipping is handled by eBay. All I have to do is get it to their global shipping center down in Kentucky, and they handle it all themselves. I like global shipping. It's also known as GSP. A lot of people don't like it. I like it because once eBay says, they send me a message saying, we have your item, it's their responsibility. It can get lost, it can get stolen, broken. Now you have to pack it properly. You can't just throw it in a box and send it like that. You have to pack it properly. They do open the packages from time to time, from what I'm hearing. I've never had a problem with it. I know very few people that have had a problem with global shipping getting claims done. I had one question about, I don't think I got it. I think I went to the wrong address. I'll be honest with you, I sort of ignored the question because I'm like, uh-oh. And then he finally got it the next day. So, all right, that is the first item. Like I said, I didn't sell many items that week from the June 9th to June 15th. But like I said, I'm thankful that I've got other things going on to bring in some extra money. Again, like I said, this is a selection of items that I've sold. This isn't every item I sold. This small engine, I do very, very, very well selling small engine parts. I've got lots of experience in that. I've done small engine repair most of my life as a sideline and full-time out of high school. So I know what I'm selling here. This is one of my niches. You should always have a niche and then have other things outside your niche. There are riches in the niches, they say. So this engine, somebody gave me a chipper, I'll be honest with you, about 4 years ago. Chipper sat on the side of my house for 4 years. People have death piles. I have like death areas on my property and in my house. I didn't test the motor out. I know it spun freely, which means when I pulled this, the motor spun. I didn't check it for spark, which is up here in the spark plug for you people who don't know anything about engines. I did not. I could have, but I did not. I just wanted to get rid of it. I am super honest when I'm selling anything for parts. See, for parts not working, which means it's for parts not working. So I've had people way in the past buy something for parts not working and complain that it's not working. It's for parts not working. That's what that's for, but that's fine. So I also make sure that in the condition description, I start off with selling it for parts not working. I give a full, I'm going to end up going through this listing again. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here. So if you guys are running across engines, you can make some money because there's good money in doing this stuff, especially the old engines, because they're not aluminum. So here it is again. Feels like it has good compression. Tank has rust in it. Actually, it did not have rust in it, or it had very, very little rust in it, but I'd rather say it has rust in it because then they can deal with it. It has not run in years. Pulled off a little chipper, some scratches, my standard thing. Here's all the information I pulled off what I know about the engine. I'll show you where this is located on the engine. And there's the same thing. I basically copy and paste this down here, and that's it. Shipped it out FedEx. Did really, really well with this. I probably made $82 on this. I need to get a list of what I actually made on these items instead of guessing with each of these videos, but I probably made about $82. And my guess is always less than, I don't usually guess high. So, like I said, $82 went out FedEx, put it in a small heavy duty box I got from, I think I get nothing for this, either Lowe's or Home Depot. The box was like $1 something for two of them. Put it in one box, wrapped it in a plastic bag. You ship these engines dry with no oil, no gas in it, obviously. Put lots of bubble wrap at the bottom that I get for free from dumpsters. Wrap it around it, or took the spark plug off so it didn't break off. I put rolled up paper towel in the spark plug hole, and that's basically it. Let me show you a picture of the gas tank, because I always take as many pictures as I can. That is a picture of the gas tank. Yeah, there's a foam thing in there. I guess it prevents the gas from sloshing around. There's a little bit of rust looks like rust, but I don't think there's any rust. The guy said he had the engine running in 15 minutes, so that's great. There's some other parts. Let me show you. This is the where I showed you the model number and everything else in the description in the specifics. That's where I got that at. So it's on the side of the engine. Just look for it. Let's go to the next item. I almost hit the wrong key. With this microphone, I'm going to move this microphone over here. And sorry for the delay in this response time. I've done very well with these Shark vacuum cleaners. Someone gave me these, 2 of them working. I decided not even to mess with trying to sell them whole. Just parted them out. I don't work for Shark. I don't get anything for this one too, but these are, if you're looking for a vacuum cleaner, for an inexpensive vacuum cleaner, these Sharks are really, really decent. I've taken tons of them apart. I've repaired a few of them for neighbors up the street that have them. They get clogged up and they can't figure out how to unclog them, but that's okay. It's money in my pocket. A lot of hidden screws when you're taking these things off. You'll be sitting there trying to get something off. You'll be like, what's going on there? And you have to flip over. There's a little piece of rubber. Oh, there's a screw in there. They're really, really well built. Very impressed with how they're built. These motors sell really quick. I usually sell them within a day or two, and I list them. Same thing with all my listings. I'm really gonna try to go through every listing here and wasting your time. Trying to make this short. I don't have that many items out for this video. Let me show you anything. Oh, anytime I sell a part off of an item, and I have the model number tag from the item itself, like this vacuum, dishwasher, dryer, whatever. I sell a lot of parts off of appliances. I always have it at the last picture so people know exactly what model number they're buying it from. Part numbers are very hard to get for these Sharks. Like, there is a part number for this motor, but it's nearly impossible to find. So I don't even try and find them anymore. Time is money. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to find something that's really, really difficult to find that I don't think is really going to help me out. I had all the pertinent information in there, what it fits. I went out to the Shark site and got what the motor fits. Let's go to the next item. Terror cards, not tariff cards like I was calling them when I first found it. A friend of mine gave me a bunch of stuff, and I saw these in there. Now, I could have made eBay as my gig. I do sell on Amazon. Just retail arbitrage, which means I go into clearance aisles, scan stuff, send it in Amazon, and let Amazon ship it out. I could have gotten probably more for this on Amazon, but I just wanted to get rid of it. I've got so much stuff. A friend of mine gave me a bunch of her stuff. She was moving, and I picked up 2 loads. She said, don't even worry about it. She even paid me to pick up the stuff. She didn't have to, but she did. And I found these in there, and I went, oh my gosh. Sweet. Paid nothing for these. Most of my items I paid nothing for because I either get them for consignment or people give them to me, or I get them off of Craigslist, find them in the trash. I do some thrifting, not much, but I do some. So the minute I saw these, I went, oh my gosh, these should sell for something. So I marked them high. They were on the high end of what was out there. I counted all the cards and make sure they were all there. I looked up. I Googled what this was. Looked it up, made sure everything was in there that was supposed to be in there, which it was. It came with all this stuff. Ooh, I always take a picture of the UPC and everything else, the back to front. Ooh, and I pulled this off of eBay. There was already a product in there, 78 cards. I counted them. Everything's in good shape. And it sold to somebody in Europe or maybe in Canada. I can't remember. It went global shipping program. Again, which I love because I don't have to worry about international shipping. It is done. So again, I didn't worry about grammar. I used what other people had in their titles, and it sold really quick, probably sold in about 2 days. So I made like $56 off of this, maybe more, for something that was given to me. And you'll get people. That's why it's so important. Let me say, it's so important to let people know what you're doing when you're selling on eBay, because people got stuff that they don't want, they don't even want to deal with. I get calls all the time. I got this. Do you want it? I have that. Do you want it? I got a people give me high-end stuff too. I got a $300 in the box new big printer. I forget what it was called. It was a high-end printer. I made $350 off of that. The guy just gave it to me. It was sealed. I had to open it. In the listing, I had a knife opening it up so people could see I was opening it, and it's just insane. So make sure you're telling everybody what you're doing, because people will just give you things to sell, and you don't have to go out there and spend money on stuff. Sorry, another sip of coffee here. A part off of a Whirlpool washer, a part off of a Whirlpool dishwasher. Very easy to part out these things. One key thing with dishwashers is what I do is I go on Craigslist. I set up email alerts to where when somebody lists a certain item, like a dishwasher, I have one for dishwashers, lawnmowers, weed blowers, whatever, microwaves, whatever I'm looking for. The minute somebody, it used to be the minute somebody listed it, it would pop in your email. Now I think it's a little delayed. You'll get it. You click on your email. You see the link. You say, yeah, I'll take it, and make sure you show up. I get a lot of stuff in the free section that I part out. The key with dishwashers, one big dollar thing you make off of dishwashers right off the bat, are the racks. If the racks are rust free, even if they got some rust on them, just make sure you take pictures of the rusty areas, and you can still probably make $30, $35. The Bosch dishwashers are gold. You'll make $60 profit, $70 profit off of a rack, lower upper rack on a Bosch dishwasher. They are gold. Now, I had a little education. I had a problem a couple of weeks ago probably about a month ago, where I sold a rack and didn't notice there was a rust spot on the end. It's very common for the rust to be on the ends of the, we put the dishes, you stand them up and everything. And I was like, oh no, because I really didn't want to, because it's my fault. If she wanted to return it, then I'd have to pay her return shipping, and it's not worth it. I just say keep it, because it cost me probably $25 to ship these racks sometimes. But I thought I would. Oh wait, I saw these little end things you can buy for the ends of the rack, little like covers. You just push them on there to prevent rust. I said, I saw these ends on eBay. I sent her the link through eBay messaging. I do all my communication through eBay messaging. Then eBay protects me, protects them, protects everybody. Never do any messaging or communicating outside of eBay. I said to her, wait, hang on. There's these caps you can buy. And I looked them up. I said, you can buy, I think it was like 50 for $5.99. I said, why don't I just refund you? I even refunded her $10. I said, why don't I refund you $10? You can buy these, and then you can use those. You can put them on all the ends, and you should be just fine. She was thrilled, left me glowing feedback that I was very helpful. I didn't want the item back, and I'm always helpful anyway. And I am shocked that I missed that rust, because it was even right in the picture where she said there's rust on it. I was like, what? What do you mean there's no rust on there? And there was. My fault. Watch out, guys. Getting old here. But that's good. So let's back to this item here. It's just I don't even know what it is, a water inlet valve that I pulled off a dishwasher. Not a big dollar item, but it's one screw, one little other unscrew that little outlet here, and it's done. And here's the example of, again, at the end of the last picture is the tag of the dishwasher. These tags are found inside the door frame on 99% of the dishwashers. That's where this stuff is. So they know what they're buying. This fits multitude of dishwashers, Whirlpool, whatever, tons and tons and tons. So I make sure I put the part number in there. All the part numbers that it cross-references. I Google the part on Google, usually. I forget the name of the site, but there's a tons of part sites out there that will tell you the cross-references and everything. And I put all that information down here. Like I said, it was not an expensive sale, but I don't mind making $5, $4. I've even gone down pretty low sometimes a little ridiculous. But they're quick sales. All I do is put it in a poly envelope, seal it, it's gone, goes first class. Probably made $6-7 off of this, but I'm taking it off of a dishwasher. I'm taking other parts of a dishwasher to sell, so it's no biggie. Go on to the next item. Sorry if I'm a little long-winded here. I just want to give you guys a lot of content in these videos so you guys can make some money. Another Shark vacuum cleaner. This is the second set I sold, or is this the first set? I can't remember. Of these, no really effort in selling these. I just pulled them off, laid them on a placemat on my kitchen table, and took a picture of them. Now this, I did not take the last picture of the model number because these are vacuum cleaner attachments. These probably fit 1,000 different Sharks. I made sure I said lot of 2, and I always make sure down here, isn't there a quantity or something? There's a sell in lots or something. There's an option when you're creating the listing. I think I have that in there too. Pretty basic listing. That's basically it. I make sure that I took a picture of the brush so they could see that the brush is in good shape. Did not make a ton of money on this. Probably made about $13. But again, it was boop, boop, poly envelope, seal, first class, gone. $13 in probably for 5 minutes worth of work, maybe even 10 minutes. Excuse me. Go to the next item. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry for the delay. That was an actual delay. That was not a delay, so I could have another drink of coffee. Fan blades. Let me tell you about these fan blades. I get these, well, I've been there several times this week, and last week I didn't have any. I get these from a thrift store that is right next to a gas station that I could gas at, so I'm not really going out of my way. I get them for nothing. Big goose egg. They are in the free shopping carts out front of the thrift store. Do I make a lot of money off of these? No. But they're free. All I'm doing is I'm grabbing them and carrying them to my car and listing them on eBay for free. Don't see. Everybody wants to make $1 million on eBay. Oh, I only sell, and it's fine if that works for your business model. Oh, I only sell items no less than $30, $40. It's not worth my time. This is my bread and butter. Most of my sales are between $15 and $30. That's probably 75% of my sales. Yes, I've got those gems, those small hinges I showed you, and dishwasher racks, but this is where my bread and butter is. So I don't mind doing it. Now, it's not for everybody, and that's fine. I'm not telling you what to do. It just works for me. So I get these for nothing. I think these are, I need to research these more. I think the ones with the rubber holes there, whatever you call them, grommets in the holes, are Hampton Bay ones. I'm not sure because I'll show you. I think it's in this set 2 of items or another set that I really screwed myself on one set of blades. I probably sell about 1 or 2 of these a week sets. I make between $13 and $17. All depends where they're being shipped at. Shipping is usually about $8. So I will take this all day long. How I ship these is I used to get real crazy with shipping them, wrapping them in bubble wrap individually and rolling them. I just stack them all together, put some tape around it, wrap it in bubble wrap a couple times, and then put 2 eBay poly envelopes, one on one end, one on another end, let them meet, and tape it with packing tape and slap a label on it. They do not go first class. They're about 1.5 pounds. So, and they go priority. Let me show you, speaking of shipping, another thing I do. I don't think I mentioned this before on this video. I know a lot of people, when you watch these videos, you can hear a lot of redundant stuff, but I know there's new people coming in and out of watching my videos, which I do appreciate. Another thing I do with my shipping is economy shipping. People, economy shipping, what is that? Well, let me tell you what that is. That is basically, if I choose economy shipping, and you'll see, oh my gosh, there's like 4-day to 10-day shipping period. Now, like I said, I may lose some sales to that, but why I picked that is because then I can choose any option I want in the eBay shipping. I can choose post office. I can choose FedEx. I can choose post office first class. I can choose post office priority, B box, flat rate box, FedEx Smart Post. FedEx Smart Post is basically where it's a collaboration between the post office and FedEx. From what I heard, if you drop it off at the FedEx office when you're using Smart Post, it goes to the closest post office to where it's going, and then from there it goes to the from post office to your location, to your buyer's location. If you drop it off at the post office, I heard, I don't know if this is true, that it basically goes by horseback or snail or turtle to the closest FedEx location, and then FedEx takes it from there. I don't know if that's true, but my point is I do economy because it opens me up to everything. I'm not stuck with one thing, because if you pick priority shipping, post office priority shipping, you got to stick with that priority shipping. Not a good idea to ship somewhere else. Sometimes if something happens, eBay won't have your back. I'll be very honest with you. I'm doing more and more creating my listings on my phone, which I'm getting used to it. A lot of times it'll default. There is no economy shipping in that on your phone. It'll go to post office retail ground, whatever the heck that is. I have no idea. And I have to go in on the computer and change it to economy. A long time ago, I created a listing for a lawnmower handle. I sold it last week. Noticed retail thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was costing me a fortune to ship this thing through the post office. I'm like, I'm going to just ship it through FedEx and save about $15 on shipping. That's how much the shipping difference was. Even though it said retail, you can't change it, and I just shipped it anyway, and it got there, and I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming it got there okay, and it got there a lot faster than it would have through the post office anyway. So a little bit of education there for you. We have 2 more items left, and I'll let you get back to what you were doing. Hope you're finding this helpful. Another Stein from this woman that's moving. She has tons of Steins. I still have Steins in a box I have to list. Yes, I'm always behind on listing. If anybody tells you, which are rare, I'm sure there are people out there that do this, all my items are listed. No. We all have death piles, death boxes, death areas, whatever. It's just the business. Just the one negative about selling on eBay. You have to hold your inventory, but that's fine. This is some kind of German Hornstein. I don't know what it is. Probably back on my drinking days, I probably would have loved to have this. Took all pictures of it, all Germany, sides, top. Didn't even really clean this thing out. This is on a picnic bench in front of my house. Yeah, I know everybody says you should use white backgrounds. I just use what I've got. That may be hurting my listing sometimes, but I either use this or I use my brick front steps or a white background. So it basically pretty simple listing. He was thrilled with it. He got it very quickly. You probably didn't have to ship this thing really great because it looked like you could throw it against a wall and it wouldn't break. But I bubble wrapped it and put it in a box, and it is gone. Our last item for that week. Now the consignment item. Been doing consignment with this friend of mine forever. Probably he's the one responsible for getting me into eBay. I was at a low point in not really a low point, whatever. I had to make money, and I was working at a big box store at night after leaving my high-paying job. And he said, you should start selling on eBay. You make more money selling on eBay, and you can be home with your kids at night, not working a second job. And I said, oh, what do you know? And it took a year of me going, what do you know, to try eBay, and that was way back, even before 2011 when I was just dealing with eBay. So enough of that. So this is another consignment item. It does work. He gives me boxes and boxes and boxes of his stuff from his parents' house. His parents were huge collectors, I guess you'd say. Or say they're hoarders, but it did work. It went out to Los Angeles. I don't know if it went to a studio or what. I have sold things to studios sometimes. I did Google the address, but it was going to one of those common workplaces. The workplaces you rent your little cubicle from. So I have no idea. It was a hairdryer, I think, wasn't it? Yes, hairdryer. It did work. Worked really well. I have no desire to use a hairdryer. So again, 50% of that, quick ship, quick sale. I think I sold it within 2 days. I was happy. Pulled all this information off of the side of the unit. Where there's information on the unit, I always try and take a picture of it. I usually take a close-up picture of it. It's both European and U.S. power, so it's good. Like I said, it's a pretty good unit, great for traveling. If you're traveling and you need a hairdryer. So that is about it, people. There's my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. Please like this video if you enjoyed this video. I'm always posting more videos like this and other videos. How to pack things, how to telescope boxes. There's a video on that. How to use a box sizer tool. I want to make one big announcement. I'm going to make a video on this anyway. So I'll let you guys know September 14th and 15th. I have eBay and Worth Points coming into Raleigh, North Carolina. September 14th is totally free, costing you zero. From like 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, we're going to go over eBay basics, advanced eBay. Dana Crawford's going to be there doing something with WorthPoint. People from WorthPoint will be there. eBay will be there. It's going to be a great event. Then Sunday, we're going down to the flea market where the state fair is, and we're going to do some thrifting down there with Diane and other people. We're going to go back and forth and say, hey, should I buy this? Should I not? Hey, what should I look for? It's going to be really a great event. I also do the eBay Raleigh Meetup group. We meet second Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. at the Panera. Just type in. There'll be links down there for all that. I'll have a link for the event on the 14th. I also do eBay training and other training online, in person, using Zoom if you're online, which I love Zoom. I just got a Zoom account and really love it. It's clean. It works really great. So that is about it. I want to thank you again for watching this video. I really hope you found it helpful. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.